though they taking notice.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Baltimore Ravens.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Ready. 46. Check mark 46. Hey, watch the slant.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors, and guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Hey, 5-7.
Jones now operating from the gun. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
They're on 27-yard line.
Here we go. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Bravo.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
He's coming, double up.
2nd and 2. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Alpha.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Now.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he finds Howard complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready. 10-2, sir.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the
Hey, wahoo.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. What we got?
Hey.
57. Mike, 57. Quit talking about it.
And look at me. Door. You're out.
Watch the screen. Watch the
2nd and 14. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
At the 29-yard line.
Let's go. 8 read.
It's going to be a long day.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Come on, D. Mike 51. Mike 51.
X3. 218. Chopper. Steve Griffin.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Mixon with a first down carry. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
City base.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
On the set.
46. Check back 46. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got it.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. The toss play to Mixon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly?
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Anzalone just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give them 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
Tackles. Lex 57's right.
Rip left. Yes.
Crunch time.
They'll look to throw. Open man there is Patterson, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
18 Gator.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's
Go.
right. Hey. You got
Echo. Hard. Bang. Ready.
2nd and 11. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
We got this.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
152 fighter. Hey, Charlie.
52. Watch
55.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Jones toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. So that'll back them up 5. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack.
And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground, mix him again. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Jones throwing on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Check 31, check 31.
Blue draw Corker. Ready.
Now Jones off the play fake. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Person. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Cut.
Now Joe Mixon, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tight end's right. Watch tight.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight-line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. I'm coming. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
2nd and 10. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Mike 52.
Five.
Army.
Hey.
Mike Bartu. Watch the pass.
Let go.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
19. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 45.
Get it.
Jones now. Off play action. They'll roll him out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
10 logo. Yep.
Check pass.
Go.
Alert 3. 552. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. 36.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Ready.
Again, it's Mixon. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Mixon. He'll have a first down past the 40. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Myers connects on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun to give to Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the run, it's Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Here comes the Saints punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Ready.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Here we go.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
S-T-R-O.
Yeah. How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Million beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Million beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got